Delighted now to be joined by Nicola Tuthill at the West Cork Sports Star Awards. 2024 was such an incredible year for you, Nicola, competing at your first Olympic Games. Did you get a chance over the winter to kind of take in all you achieved last year?
I think, it was definitely such a brilliant year for me, and it was kind of like such a special one too, just to have like my first Olympics and everything. And I think come winter time then, I definitely took a second just to kind of look back at it all, but still like I'm always hungry for more, so it was straight back to training and straight back to getting ready for next year again.
Looking back in last year, like before we talk about the Olympics, breaking that 70-metre barrier for the first time, I know we've spoken about it before, but that was a really big moment for you.
Definitely, yeah, it's one that I've been waiting for, and waiting for is always that, like, once I hit 60, like, you always have certain marks you want after that, and 70 was always the one that I was going for. So to be able to hit it, it took a while to come, and I was getting stressed about it. I was like, I really, really want this, and like, of course, it came then, thankfully, in the May, so mid-season, which was really, really good.
And that 70-32, that opened the door to get to the Olympics in Paris, and then you grabbed your opportunity and you got there and you're on the big stage. You were the youngest competitor in the field in the women's hammer at Paris, but you weren't fazed by it. Like, what are your own memories of that morning you walked out in the Stade de France? Like, it was a packed house and you were there competing in the qualifying group.
Yeah, exactly. It was absolutely full, and I guess I didn't really know what to expect because I suppose we were early enough in the athletic side of things, so it was kind of hard to know. And I suppose we were in the call room underneath the stands, so you could hear all the crowd, but you couldn't see any of them for ages. So then, like, walking out and taking like a scan around the stadium was definitely quite a surreal moment. And it was nice too because like there was so much Irish there, which was really nice. Like that initial, like, you're listening to all the crowd, which makes you nervous, but then you walk out and like you can see Irish all around the stadium, so that kind of calmed you down a little bit. And then after that, it was just kind of stay calm, because I guess for me, like, I caged my first throw, which is far from ideal, but it was just remembering that you've done it all before and the work's done.
Your second throw was a 69.90, if I'm correct, is it? And
third throw, yeah.
Or your third throw, like, and that was the kind of the joint second furthest throw you've ever had. So on the big stage, like you said, you caged your first throw, but you still stayed calm, composed, and you put out a huge effort. Like that was very encouraging going forward.
Yeah, exactly. I think it meant a lot to me that I was able to compose myself and like not have like my second and third throw also hit the net. That I was able to just like bring it back and not spiral, I guess, because you can so easily in a pressured sport like that, you only have 3 throws, and like it's up to you to do it in those 3. So you can let yourself spiral and be like, oh no, like I've done one wrong now, I only have 2 left, and what if I do it again? But I think for me it was, I suppose practiced it essentially to know what happens in training. So I was able to just take a few deep breaths and be like, right, the work's been done. And I chatted to my coach about it as well, and I was like, no, it's fine, my warm-ups were fine, like kind of just gaslighting myself into believing everything was fine.
And you've had a taste of an Olympics now. How much would you love to get back to that stage again?
Oh, 100% want to be back there. Like, it's definitely, like, I was the youngest in the field, so I have time, but having experienced it once, like, you want to go back and experience it all again, 100%.
Looking ahead to 2025, so what are the big kind of events coming up for you this year?
I guess I have the European Throwing Cup, which will be my first like international. That's on in March, and then European under 23. So it's my last year under 23. I'm still under 23 for another year, but then that'll be during the summer. And then best case scenario, I guess World Seniors are on in Tokyo in September, but they'll be a tough one to qualify for.
And for you, coming off the year off in Olympics, is it important for you just to see those signs of progression again this year?
Yeah, like you're always wanting to better yourself, and like there's always things you can improve on, there's always things you can work on. So I'm always looking at the next step and what's the next goal and what can I do to get there.
Brilliant. Best of luck this season.
Thank you.